AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Lordy, 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 have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Get y'all asses in the building. Get y'all asses in the building. I'm not starting till I see 100 people because this shit is epic. The conspiracy theory I have about AD to the Wizards, get y'all asses in the building. Get y'all asses in the building. Yeah, I got something to say. I'm not waiting for my brothers. We see y'all later. KNICKS Rehab during Denver versus our Knicks. Big game coming up. Get in the building. Yeah. Run them numbers up. Run them numbers up. Yeah. AllBall is here. AllBall TV is here. KNICKS Rehab is here. Run them numbers up. I ain't playing with y'all. Let's make this shit worth our while. Run them numbers up. We ain't playing. We lose sleep for y'all. Yeah. I'm only happy when I see y'all. Run them goddamn numbers up. Yeah. We ain't playing. I'm happy when I see y'all. I call out of work and lose sleep for y'all. Run them goddamn numbers up. Yeah. Let's go. I got some shit to say. When I see 100 up there, we going in. We at 92. That's why I love the fucking chat. Yeah. 95, 97, 100. Let's get it. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me put my corporate voice on. Good afternoon. I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. If you're at work, be low. I don't want you to get fired because I can't afford to take your ass in. I can't pay nobody bills. Listen, my son just got a crib. I can't help all y'all pay y'all bills. So if you at work, be low. If you ain't at work, you kicking back like me on your couch, get your popcorn. It's going down because y'all ain't going to like what I got to say. Oh, y'all ain't going to like what I got to say. And don't try to sell me on Trae Young and Anthony Davis. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody likes Trae Young. Anthony Davis can't stay healthy. Miss me on trying to sell me on that. Please. I had some things to talk about with our Knicks. The trade deadline is getting scary. We ain't make no moves. But I want to, you know what? Fuck all that. Anthony Davis traded to the Washington Wizards. Make it make sense. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Rhonda Flores is in the building. Y'all already know, y'all. Big shout out to the ladies. Show some love, show some respect. A heart, no thumbs up. A high, a wave, a peace sign. Be respectful. Nobody is going to sell me on the Washington Wizards. Get the fuck out of here with that. Miss me with that. But let's get to the meats and potatoes of this thing. I ain't saying pause. Word in, breaking news from Shams. Y'all know, if it ain't from Shams, we don't listen to it. We get to KNICKS Rehab in a little bit. Breaking news, Anthony Davis to the Washington Wizards. Let me break something down for y'all, right? Because are you saying to yourself, what's the real question? Right? What's the real question? Why did the Dallas Mavericks trade Luka Dončić in the first place? I would love in the chat, please. I'm going to drink me a sip of water because we're going to have a great show. In the chat, please. Flea, my brother's in the building. AllBall TV in the building. Flea, what up, baby? Big shout out to the whole chat. Love y'all. I need y'all in them comments. While I take a sip of water, explain to me why the fuck did the Dallas Mavericks trade Luka Dončić in the first place? And I'm going to give y'all my reason. I need to see them comments. I keep telling y'all, we lose sleep for y'all. We go to work late for y'all. And God damn it, we love y'all. Get in them comments. Explain to me, why did the Dallas Mavericks in the first place trade Luka Dončić? I ain't muting nothing. You're going to hear me sipping the water. You're going to hear all type of shit. The fan is on. It's hot. Yeah, this shit is insane. Tell me why Luka Dončić was traded in the first place. Y'all ready? Here we go. Here we go. Let's break it down. Let's break down the trade first. Let's break down the trade. Right? The Dallas Mavericks traded Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum to the Washington Wizards for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, whatever that is, Marvin Bagley, 2 first-round picks, and 3 second-rounders. Since the Dallas Mavericks has traded Luka Dončić to the Lakers, look what the Dallas Mavericks got back for Luka Dončić. This is the Mavericks' updated return from the Luka Dončić trade. Max Christie, Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley, 2026 OKC first, a 2026 Phoenix second, a 2027 Chicago second, a 2029 LA Lakers first, a 2029 Houston second, and a 2030 Golden State Warriors first protected. I'm going to say that again. The Dallas Mavericks updated return from Luka. This is what the Dallas Mavericks got for Luka Dončić. Max Christie, Chris Middleton, Malachi Branham, and Marvin Bagley. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? LeBron James in the league is behind this. I'm going there. LeBron James and the NBA is behind this. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. You can't sell me on nothing else. The NBA has been helping LeBron and the Lakers forever. Forever. Y'all remember, God rest his soul, David Stern, when the NBA tried to throw the Lakers an alley-oop? And what David Stern do? He blocked it. I'm going to say it again. Hey, we're going to have a great chat today, y'all. Yeah, we're going to have a great chat today, y'all. Flea, mind your business. Mind your business. We're going to have a great chat today. If you're a LeBron fan, you might not want to be in here. You might not want to hear this. Get out of here. Because up here on AllBall TV, KNICKS Rehab, my brothers Flea, Fabian, Uncle Weiss, Dime Dropper, Kales, we keeps it 1,000%. 1,000%. The league has been trying to help the Lakers forever. God rest his soul. Let's go way back to David Stern. Do y'all remember that trade where they wanted to trade Chris Paul to the Lakers with the late, great Kobe Bean Bryant? And David Stern blocked that trade. Do we forget that? Fast forward. Now, the Lakers stink. Stink. You got to remember, LeBron James' legacy is on the line. If he retires today, his legacy is shit with the Lakers. Y'all can say what y'all want. One bubblegum championship, no MVPs, no scoring titles. He ain't even at least got an all-star NBA or MVP, right? You got a lot of real Lakers fans that don't like LeBron with the Lakers. The only thing that could fix that is winning, right? The NBA, because we all know, Nico Harrison is listen, they bamboozled him. They effed him over. He was the scapegoat. The NBA said we have to help LeBron James. We cannot have him in the Lakers like shit. Because think about this. Think about this. Darvin Ham was the coach of the LA Lakers. He got to the Western Conference Finals. They fired him. JJ Redick made it to the first round, won one game with Luka Dončić. He still has a job. Who's LeBron James' friend? Who LeBron James did a podcast with? Y'all don't see this? The NBA says, because y'all got to remember, my Knicks, no matter whether we bad or good, we going to get money. We going to sell out. So the NBA never has to help the Knicks. We ain't got to help the Knicks. They doing all right in revenue. Y'all got to remember, we real fans, diehard fans. We selling out when we play the Wizards. It don't even matter. So the NBA says, no, the Knicks is fine. We ain't got to help Boston. But the Lakers, they got the GOAT. They ain't selling out. Oh, by the way, we have to lie and say Bronny James sold 500,000. Like they doing anything for the Lakers to keep them relevant. Anything. So now, fast forward now. LeBron James won the championship in LA when Anthony Davis came there. It's not vice versa. It's not vice versa. When LeBron was there, it was Brandon Ingram, it was Lonzo Ball, it was the Young Bucks. LeBron James didn't win a championship in LA until Anthony Davis got there. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Now, for some reason, LeBron James couldn't get it right. Couldn't get it right. Y'all not exciting. AD, quote unquote, can't stay healthy. Okay, cool. What can we do to help the Lakers? What can we do to help the Lakers? We got an idea. Dallas Mavericks. Let's give LeBron Luka. Let's give LeBron Luka. If y'all don't think the NBA and LeBron is behind this, y'all are fools. Y'all are fools. Y'all are fools. It's no, I'm going to read it again. I'm going to read it again. This is, since the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Dončić, this is what they got back. Max Christie, Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, and Marvin Bagley. So basically, the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Dončić for Chris Middleton. Right. And Nico Harrison is the scapegoat. Any other team, y'all never even got a chance to get fully healthy. Kyrie not there. Lively always hurt. Gafford always hurt. Y'all not even fully healthy. Y'all didn't even say, let's try to let everybody get healthy and next season run it back. Come on, man. This is insane. Insane. The NBA is doing everything in their power to make sure LeBron goes out as the GOAT. They're doing everything in their power. They gave him Luka Dončić for nothing. They gave him Luka Dončić for nothing. So I'm going to ask y'all again because I love y'all. I love the chat. Explain to me, why did the Dallas Mavericks trade Luka Dončić in the first place? Why? Come on, man. This is insane. They have been doing Anthony Davis dirty since he's been with the Lakers. And everybody forgets, they won a championship when AD got there. They didn't win when LeBron got there. A Skywalker, you call me a cornball and you calling me a dummy. That's 2 strikes, nigga. That's 2 strikes. Listen, we don't block nobody. We tough over here. We don't mind the criticism. We don't mind none of that. But come on, bro. Relax. Relax. We thorough over here. We don't mind. Listen, I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind sounding and looking like an idiot. But you ain't going to call me one. Seriously, bro. We built Ford tough over here. We ain't going to block you. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody emotional. I could give 2 fucks about any of these niggas. None of these niggas pay my bills. I give a fuck about the chat and my brothers. Ain't nothing emotional about me. I'm a man, my nigga, first. I ain't a fan of shit. I'm a fan of Fabian and Flea in the chat. I ain't a fan of none of these other niggas. Relax, bro. That's strike 2, dog. Strike 2. Okay. Okay, let's be respectful. Okay. Well, maybe I got it mixed up with the cornball shit. My apologies. But I ain't no dummy. Far from that. Now, let's get right back to it. It's nowhere in the world that y'all telling me the NBA and LeBron James don't have a hand in this. It's nowhere in the world. It's nowhere in the world. Because let's be realistic. What made the Dallas Mavericks trade Luka Dončić to the Lakers? Remember, I've had arguments with people saying Luka's better than Larry Bird already. Remember, first 5-6 year all-first NBA. He's always top 3, top 5 in MVP conversations. Some people have him the best player in the league. So explain to me, if Luka Dončić is up there with the Joker, SGA, Ant-Man, how do you get traded? We're going to get to all the rest of the other trades, but this right here is big news. This right here is big news. This is big news. Anthony Davis has been traded to the Washington Wizards. Now, if Anthony Davis can stay healthy, if Trae Young can stay healthy, they have Saul, they have some good young talent. They can be respectful. They can be decent. They can be decent. But it's bigger than that. The NBA is trying to help LeBron James and the Lakers go out on a high note. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. The Dallas Mavericks never even gave Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving a chance to play together and be healthy. Come on. Any other team, look what Philly did with Embiid. We're going to continue to give you opportunity, chance after chance to get it together and get healthy. Why didn't Anthony Davis get that chance? Because it's all about LeBron and the Lakers. Like I said, they've been trying to help the Lakers forever. David Stern blocked the trade, but a great nugget. Why does JJ Redick still have a job? Why does JJ Redick still have a job? Darvin Ham got fired, and he came from the Western Conference Finals. JJ Redick lost in the first round. Not only did he lose in the first round, he got gentleman swept. 1 game he won. 1 game. 1 game. This is insane. This is insane. Anthony Davis is traded to the Washington Wizards. Luka Dončić gets traded to the Lakers. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And they blame Nico Harrison. Listen, man, I'm trying to tell y'all. Big shout out, man. Sam I Am, thank you for the $4.99. NBA, hold on. I know I can put, hold on. I can put that up there. Hold on. So y'all got to remember. Big shout out Sam I Am 9647. Thank you for the $4.99. NBA is a business. They want marquee players in big markets for revenue. But seriously, the league helped New York many times. They just don't get it. Besides Patrick Ewing, tell me when the NBA helped the Knicks. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Sam I Am. Besides helping with Patrick Ewing, please, everybody in the chat, let me know when the NBA helped the Knicks. They helped Cleveland a lot. They helped San Antonio a lot. Tell me when the NBA helped the Knicks. When? When? Oh, we got more news. The Bulls traded Kobe White to the Hornets for Colin Sexton. Wow. Wow. Yo, listen. Wow. This is insane. This is insane. 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 Oh, man, I see another AllBall TV lady in the building. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Darlene Bryant is in the building. Fellas, speak to the ladies. A Skywalker, if you're going to be a troll and be all this, at least speak to the ladies, man. Speak to the ladies. Now, for me, AD to the Wizards, yo, the NBA is crazy, bro. The NBA is crazy. But I want to talk about a sneaky trade that we didn't talk about the other night. I want to talk about the Boston Celtics, right? The Chicago Bulls traded Nikola Vucevic and a second-round pick to the Boston Celtics for Anthony Simons. I'm going to tell you why that scares me. Vucevic to the Boston Celtics, right? And Boston gets rid of Anthony Simons. Because if you get rid of Anthony Simons, does that mean Tatum is coming back? I'm going to say it again. If you get rid of Anthony Simons, does that mean Tatum is coming back? That trade right there, that's a very low-key, sneaky, scary trade for my Knicks. Very scary. Listen, I'm a little nervous now because for some reason the Boston Celtics, regular season, they got our number. And they playing very well without Tatum. And now you get a Vucevic who replaces, like my brother Fleet said, Al Horford. Remember, they lost Porzingis. That trade is very scary. Very scary. How do y'all feel about that? With the Boston Celtics getting Vucevic, should that make us have to make a deal? Remember, the Giannis thing is off the table. The Giannis thing is off the table, right? We already know. But the Boston Celtics getting Vucevic and now maybe potentially Tatum coming back. How scary is that, right? But let's talk about some more stuff. The OKC Thunder, SGA, has sustained an abdominal strain and will be reevaluated after the All-Star break. Y'all know what that's about. SGA not hurt. He's about to take a break. OKC is clearly the best team in the West. They've been playing tough. So, I'm not really reading into none of that. Also, the 76ers traded Jared McCain to the OKC Thunder. That's nice. That's nice. OKC Thunder get another guard. Now, listen, because Lou Dort, as tough as he is, as physical as he is defensively, he's not great offensively. He can knock down some shots, but now they add another guard in McCain who can handle the ball, who can shoot the ball, who's great offensively. Listen, so I love that for OKC. Look, teams are just upgrading. And then also now you have Kobe White going to the Hornets. Listen, that's nice for the Hornets. The Hornets is exciting. They young. They fast paced. The Hornets got something going. They get one good little piece, they going to be okay. So for me, I like that Kobe White going to the Hornets. But our Knicks, let's do it, y'all. Knicks rehab. What do we have to do to upgrade, right? We already said, a lot of y'all in the chat agree. I don't agree, but I'm going to go with the chat. Y'all say we don't need Giannis. Y'all say we good. So with Boston making a good move, we see Washington, right? Let's be realistic. Washington, fully healthy, they're going to be okay. Remember, they in the East with us. Trae Young is already our nemesis. If AD can get healthy by next season, right? So we watch the Washington Wizards get better. We watch the Boston Celtics get better, right? Do our Knicks have to make a move? And what's the move we have to make? What's the move our Knicks have to make or need to make to stay in that second, third seed? Will we at least get home court advantage? Listen, we ain't worrying about Detroit. We ain't worrying about Detroit. It's one team I'm worrying about. If Jason Tatum comes back and he's at least 75, 80% healthy, in the way Jaylen Brown is playing, having an MVP season, and now you add Vucevic, it's getting scary for our Knicks, y'all. As a Knicks fan, the East is getting scary. I'm telling you right now. All of these teams is one Giannis piece away from being for real. Toronto, look what the Washington Wizards just did. Philly, right? Boston, Detroit. All of these teams are one piece away from being legit. It's getting scary, y'all. It's getting scary. Listen, the trade deadline is tomorrow. It ends at 3 p.m. There's going to be a whole lot more trades. For everybody that just came into the building, I'm going to read off what just went on so far. Breaking news, Anthony Davis has been traded to the Washington Wizards. Jared McCain has been traded from the Philadelphia 76ers to the OKC Thunder. Kobe White has been traded to the Charlotte Hornets. Listen, OKC Thunder, SGA has a little light injury, abdominal. He's going to be reevaluated during the All-Star break. Y'all know what that means. He's getting a break. Detroit made a nice little move, got another shooter. Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. has been traded to the Utah Jazz. So there's been some moves. There's been some moves, and now we having some big news that it might be legit. Draymond Green might be on the move. Draymond Green might be on the move. Yes. Oh, and by the way, the Clippers traded James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Darius Garland. The trade deadline started off slow, and within the last 24 to 48 hours, it's been on fire. On fire. So I'm going to break it down once again. You have Triple J, Jared Jackson Jr. of the Memphis Grizzlies traded to the Utah Jazz. You have Nikola Vucevic traded from the Chicago Bulls to the Boston Celtics. You have James Harden traded from the Clippers to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Darius Garland. Wow. You have Anthony Davis, big news, traded to the Washington Wizards. You have Jared McCain traded to the OKC Thunder. And you have Kobe White traded to the Charlotte Hornets. Wow. But let's talk about our Knicks, y'all. I gave y'all some homework the other night. Please. Hold on, y'all. So This is Shams reporting, breaking news, y'all. This is Shams reporting Harden on if he traded, if he was demanded a trade. Let me slow down. Harden on if he demanded a trade to the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is James Harden, y'all, quote, "That wasn't the case at all. In life, not even basketball, when things don't work out, there are ways to end things in relationships without having to crack each other. As much as I wanted to stay in LA and give it a go, I've never won one before. As a basketball mind, I think Cleveland have a bit better chance." James Harden just said that Cleveland has a bit of a better chance to win than the LA Clippers. Say it again. James Harden on if he demanded a trade to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Quote, "That wasn't the case at all. In life, not even basketball, when things don't work out, there are ways to end things in relationships without having to crack each other. As much as I wanted to stay in LA and give it a go, I've never won one before. As a basketball mind, I think Cleveland have a bit better chance." The Clippers have been playing great basketball. What the hell is James Harden talking about? What the hell is James Harden talking about? He just said Cleveland has a better chance of winning than the LA Clippers. Listen, James Harden is a slickster, man. He's a slickster. And this is from James Harden himself. So he's basically telling you, I wanted to go to Cleveland because they had a better chance. Insane. 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 The trade. How's my audio? How's my video, y'all? This is raw and uncut, straight home from work. I ain't got no listen. I ain't got no notes, no nothing. How's the audio? How's the video? Please, a thumbs up. Let me know. The new thumbs up sign is a Josh Hart. A Josh Hart, y'all. How's the audio? How's the visual? A thumb. Give me a Josh Hart. Thank you. Let's talk about our Knicks. Let's talk about our Knicks. Big shout out, Jam Rock always. LA, we're unwilling to give a long-term contract. I hear you. Listen, big shout out, Jam Rock. Thank you for the $2. Listen, man. I don't listen. As much as these trades is going on, right? Let's talk about our Knicks. Let's talk about our Knicks. Do we have to make a move? Everybody in the chat said we're okay. We don't need to make a move, right? But now you see what Boston did, getting Vucevic. The Charlotte Hornets is going to be a very exciting team. They just got Kobe White, great young guard, explosive. Detroit Pistons got a little better. They picked up another shooter, right? And now you have the Washington Wizards, where if they can stay healthy, they got a nice little crew. So us being Knicks fans, this being Knicks Rehab, has the trade deadline got a little scary for us? Oh, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Cherokee is in the building, y'all. Cherokee, what up? The ladies of AllBall TV is showing up. Big shout out Rhonda Flores, Cherokee, Mo, Tori B, Darlene Bryant. If I missed your name, my apologies. Amadi, yeah, she been showing back up. Let's talk about our Knicks, y'all. Do we have to make a move? Do we have to make a move? We got the Nuggets tonight. We're on a 7-game winning streak. Everybody that's super excited. Let's see what happens tonight. Let's see how Cat and JB plays against the best player in the world, Joker. Now all-star Jamal Murray. Listen, let's see, duo for duo. You got Cat and Brunson against Murray and Joker tonight. How we going to look? But let's talk about our Knicks, y'all, because we broke down all the trades that's going on. We really don't give a hell about it. right? But let's talk about our Knicks. Do we have to make a move? How do y'all feel about going to get Giannis now? Did we talk too soon? Did the Knicks put their own foot in their mouth? Pause. Did we talk too soon? Did we get bad and bougie too soon? Because let's be realistic. Washington, if healthy, a problem. The Boston Celtics, if Jason Tatum comes back, a problem. The Detroit Pistons, little quiet move they made, a problem. Do we still think we don't need Giannis? And if not, I'm fine. We over that. Cool. That ship has sailed. Okay. But you telling me we can stay pat? We don't have to make no move? We need another ball handler. We need another wing. Do we think Chris Middleton is going to stay in Dallas? Like, listen, we have to make a move, y'all. I'm sorry. We have to make a move. I hear a lot of names. We have to make a move, y'all. We have to make a move. Teams are seeing what's going on. Teams are seeing how wide open the championship is right now, and they going for it. Like I said, Cleveland picking up James Harden. As much as I'm not in love with that move, let's be realistic. James Harden knows how to pass the ball. And I think James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers helps out those bigs tremendously. Tremendously. Now you have two bigs that's going to be able to get lobs. So to me, that's a subtle threat. James Harden is more of a threat than Darius Garland. He's a bigger guard. He knows how to get the bigs involved. So for me, like I said, I'm not nervous of that move, but it's something you have to look at. Vucevic to the Boston Celtics. Legit big man. Can step out. Can put you on the block. Can knock down a three. Now you pair him up. If Jason Tatum comes back, then what? Right? Detroit Pistons. They make a light move. Get another shooter. We have to make a move. We have to make a move. I'm sorry. We need another wing and we need another big. We have to figure out how we can take Yabusele, Clarkson, all of our young players. Listen, the Giannis thing, that ship has sailed. Forget Giannis. Forget Giannis, right? Because we are not willing to give up our core. I see a lot of our Knicks people, y'all love our team. Cool, cool. So we're not giving up our depth, right? But we have to figure out a way where Yabusele, Jordan Clarkson, Huck Porty, Diawara, like we have to figure out how we can take that and make that into something. We have to figure that out. Because let's be realistic. We're not getting no productivity. We're not getting no production from those guys. Not how we want it. So to watch what just happened in the NBA, and now we have to worry about who gets Giannis. Okay, we don't get Giannis. Let's pray and hope he doesn't go to nobody in the East. If he go to somebody in the West, I'm fine. If he go to Minnesota, cool. But if Giannis happens to go to somewhere in the East, and it's not to New York, we're going to be thinking very hard about, wow, did we make a mistake? Did we get bad and bougie too fast? Did we get Hasadidi too fast? Did we cash the check before we even got it? A Skywalker, I've been saying that. I've been saying go get DeMar DeRozan. I've been saying that. I've been saying that. Now, can we get DeMar DeRozan without giving up our pieces, right? I don't know. What is Sacramento willing to take? What is Sacramento willing to take? Like I said, you have a Chris Middleton out there. But for me, you know, nobody wants to give up Josh Hart or Deuce or Cat, you know, OG, Mikal Bridges. Y'all don't want to give those guys up. So does anybody want Huck Porty and Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson? Remember, we have to keep Kolek. He's a ball handler. But our Knicks, this trade deadline is getting scary. For us to not make a move, for us to say, you know, we fine, we like the team we have now. Listen, if Cat and Brunson is going to play at an MVP level, then cool, I get it. I get it. But, I mean, listen, man. We wanted Kobe White in New York, man. Big shout out to my brother Flea, man. He'd been saying that for a while. Before anybody was on the Kobe White train, he wanted Kobe White in New York. That would have been a great upgrade. So for me, I don't want Alvarado. Miss me with Alvarado. Big shout out Alvarado, New York. Big shout out Brooklyn. Anybody from the city we going to represent. But I don't want Alvarado. Don't want Alvarado. So for me, it's damn. That's why us as Knicks fans, we too cocky, man. We too cocky. We too cocky, man. I'm the first to say, New Yorkers, at times, we're a bit too cocky. For us to say we're not pursuing Giannis because we like the team we have, I don't mind not pursuing them, but I don't like that statement being out there. I don't like that statement being out there because what does that tell other superstars? What does that tell other great players if they wanted to come to New York? You can't. The trade deadline is over tomorrow at 3 p.m. You can't make that statement 3 days before the trade deadline thinking nobody else is going to make no move. Look what Cleveland did. Look what Detroit did. Look what Boston did. Look what the Wizards did. Now look. I'm rolling with my Knicks. Listen, ride or die. But I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't a little nervous. And as the title and the thumbnail says, Knicks trade deadline is real scary because we ain't making no moves. These teams are making moves to win a championship. That Cleveland move was to win a championship. Detroit is in position to win a championship. The Boston Celtics, that move was to keep them in contention. Listen, we have to make a move. I don't know what it is, but we have to make a move. And I don't understand how we lose if we trade Mikal Bridges, Cat, and Deuce. I hold on. I don't get it. So here's the reports from ESPN from Shams on NBA Today. Shams is saying the Bucks continue fielding trade offers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee is seeking young blue chip talent and or a surplus of draft picks in exchange. Now, blue chip talent, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I know, but what's the purpose of putting blue chip? I don't get it. Milwaukee is seeking young blue chip talent and a surplus of draft picks in exchange for Giannis Antetokounmpo. So this is where us giving up those 5 picks for Mikal Bridges bites us in the you-know-what. Pause. Because right now, you can fleece Milwaukee for Giannis. You can fleece Milwaukee if you got the draft picks. You can fleece Milwaukee right now if you have the fucking draft picks. And guess what we don't have? Draft picks. I'm going to say it again. You can fleece Milwaukee right now if you had draft picks. Chat, guess what my Knicks don't have? Guess what our Knicks don't have? Fucking draft picks. There it go. There it go. So, for us to not do a trade yet is insane to me. It's insane to me. I don't understand us. I don't understand us. I don't understand us. Listen, y'all. Trade deadline tomorrow. I'm going live probably about 1:30 until the trade deadline is over. We're going to break everything down. So make sure y'all asses is ready for tomorrow. Soon as I get in from work, I'm dropping my bag, I'm taking off my jacket, and we jumping right on here. And we breaking down all these trades and whatever trades is going to happen while we on live. But Anthony Davis has been traded to the Washington Wizards, y'all. The Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Dončić for nothing. For nothing. For nothing. Once again, the Lakers and LeBron James get what they want. We have a quote from Giannis, y'all. Here's a quote from Giannis from the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Giannis on what he wants. If you ask me, what do I really want? Deep down in my heart, I want to be a Milwaukee Buck until I retire and win a championship here. Giannis, you wasted everybody's time, bro. Oh, here we go. Giannis, if that is not possible to happen, and if then you realize maybe that's not the case, and maybe they're looking elsewhere, and that's not what they're trying to do, then automatically you have to be in the plans of what they're trying to do or weigh the other options. It's normal. Giannis don't want to leave Milwaukee, y'all. Giannis don't want to leave Milwaukee. I'm calling it. Giannis don't want him to leave Milwaukee. This is a shit show. This is a shit show. I've always listened and trust. But what I'm trying to say, how many chances do I have left to win a championship? So you just got to be more careful and more urgent in every decision that you make moving forward. Big shout out to the chat. Listen. I got to clap for y'all. Because without y'all, this shit ain't possible. I love y'all. I love the chat. Y'all keep us going. Giannis ass do not want to go nowhere. Giannis don't want to go nowhere. Wasted everybody's time, dog. You wasted everyone's time. Giannis don't want to go nowhere. Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, I don't know about y'all. The 76ers beat the Warriors. Draymond Green been talking a lot. I think at this point, trading Draymond Green doesn't matter. I don't see Draymond Green helping nobody. I've heard reports that he can help our Knicks. I totally disagree. Maybe 4-5 years ago. But ESPN's Anthony Slater, Draymond Green has been involved in Warriors trade conversations. Like I said, a lot of these players is 3 to 5 years too late. That's how I look at it. I don't give two damns about Draymond Green, to be honest with you. You know, shout out to him. But I don't care where he goes or what he does. The Golden State Warriors, listen, they held on to him way too long. Way too long. way too long. Curry should have been left, maybe last year. But Golden State has been motivated to get a trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo done. Don't have the pieces. Listen, our Knicks, I don't know what we're going to do. But the trade deadline has been insane. I'm not disappointed. I like a lot of the moves. Some of the moves, but some of these moves is real good. I think James Harden, I kind of had to sit and think about it. Listen, he's going to help those big men out tremendously. Because he's a lob threat. So I think that move by Cleveland, that was a little scary for my Knicks, right? Boston, a little scary. So, we going to see. This is insane, though. Wow. Green's smaller contract and availability more appealing to teams than Jimmy Butler. Wow. So they breaking down the Milwaukee Bucks trade if he goes to the Warriors. And they're breaking down salaries. Giannis is making $54.1 million 3 years. Draymond Green, $25.9. So they trying to break it down. They have picks, 2026, 28, 2030. But don't have so this is how they're trying to break it down. They're trying to break it down. The Warriors payroll is 201.3, right? The cap is plus 46.6. The tax is 24.7, right? The Bucks payroll is 179. The cap is 25.2. The tax is $8 million. So the Warriors would acquire Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Bucks would get Draymond Green, Kuminga, and Moody. I thought the Milwaukee Bucks wanted young talent. So I'm going to say it again. The Warriors would get Giannis. The Bucks would get Draymond Green, Kuminga, and Moody. Now, the contracts match up. Giannis at 54.1 3 years. Draymond Green, 25.9 2 years. Kuminga, 22.5 2 years. Moody, 11.6 3 years. So the contracts match up. But don't tell me there's not other teams with better deals than that. That Warriors deal is horrific for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. You got to be serious. He terrible. But once again, me being a Knicks fan, I don't mind Giannis in the West. I do not want him in the East unless he's with the Knicks. That's why we jumped the gun with Mikal Bridges. I'm sorry, Knicks fans. We jumped the gun. Just like we jumped the gun with that dumbass statement the other day, talking about we not aggressively pursuing Giannis. Okay, keep that to yourself. Because you know what all the other teams say? If y'all not aggressively pursuing Giannis, we don't think y'all championship contention now. Oh, so you know what? Y'all ain't taking this serious. Cleveland, let's make a move. Boston, let's make a move. Detroit, let's make a move. That's what happened. Come on, man. Come on. You can't put your business out in the street. We've learned that since we was young. Don't put your business out in the street. You have other teams going, oh, the Knicks ain't going to make a move? Oh, they playing games. This thing wide open. Y'all not the clear-cut best. You don't think NBA and the players and everybody around the league don't know that is turmoil you in the locker room? Oh, y'all niggas ain't gonna get no more defenders? You think they don't know Mitch can't play back-to-backs? Deuce and Hart is a little injury prone this season? Brunson and Cat not getting along? Oh, so y'all not gonna make a move? We know about the bum niggas y'all got on the bench. Y'all ain't got no real depth. Y'all ain't. Oh, so y'all think it's a game? Okay, cool. You know what Boston said? Go get Vucevic. Boss Simons. Yeah, we keeping Tatum. He low, working out, getting ready. Detroit. We struggle at the three-point line, shooting the three. Let's get another shooter. Cleveland Cavaliers. Darius Garland's always injured. All we need is somebody in the playoffs to be healthy to get us 1-2 games. Oh, shit. James Harden. Oh, and by the way, he going to make the bigs a threat. Jared Allen and Mobley. Now they're going to probably get at least 6 to 10 points apiece just off lobs. Come on, man. Come on. And we sitting there with our thumbs up our you know what, our Josh Harts. Because we already think we good enough because we won 7 games in a row. Yeah, but Skywalker, I understand they can shoot, but I'm saying, you know, that 3-point shot is clutch. Duncan can shoot, and now y'all picked up another shooter. Like, this is what I'm saying as a Knicks fan, man. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, man. You cannot sit there and think you're good enough. We didn't win a championship last year. We didn't win a championship last year. So why do we think we're good enough? The pieces we added, they're not giving us the production we want. Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson. At least against good teams, they're not. So we have to make up for that. Come on. At pause now 2-8. I got you. I got you. But come on, man. Come on. Come on. Nah, man. Hey, bless one. It ain't. Ho. Breaking news. We got more news. We got more news. The Los Angeles Clippers and the Brooklyn Nets and Toronto Raptors have agreed on a multi-team trade sending Chris Paul to the Raptors and Ochai Agbaji, a 2032 Raptors second rounder, in cash to the Nets. I'm going to say it again. The Clippers, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Toronto Raptors have agreed on a multi-team trade sending Chris Paul to the Raptors, OG, I don't know that dude's name, and cash to the Nets. Chris Paul has been traded to the Toronto Raptors. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, they just flinging Chris Paul anywhere. They just flinging Chris Paul anywhere. Insane. Chris Paul has been traded to the Toronto Raptors. Wow. 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 We lit, y'all. We lit, y'all. Wow. Wow. Clippers trade Chris Paul to the Raptors in a 3-team trade. Wow. Crazy. Hold on, I just seen something else. Wow. Yo, it's lit, y'all. It's lit, y'all. We here. We here. We here, y'all. Wow. Wow. Trade deadline is lit. Trade deadline is lit. Chris Paul has been traded to the Toronto Raptors in a 3-team deal. That includes the Clippers, the Raptors, and the Brooklyn Nets. Wow. Yo, the way they tossing Chris Paul around, yo, they tossing that nigga around, man, like one of them foo-foo balls or something. That nigga like a ping pong ball, man. This shit is crazy. But yeah, I listen, I think our Knicks, man, we gonna have to figure something out. We gonna have to figure something out. Yeah, we gonna have to figure something out. Wow. Wow. What? Who makes more three? Who cares about that? It's lit, y'all. It's lit. A blessed one. Yeah, it's the trade deadline ain't crazy, but people making moves. People making moves. People making moves, man. Here we go. Figure what out. If you really, the Knicks is a second in the East. We was third in the East last season, and what happened? I mean, Ari, we was third in the East last season, and what happened? We lost in 6 games. Come on, man. Come on. Next year, the East is going to be lit. Listen, if you got a healthy Washington, if James Harden and you know, Donovan Mitchell figure out a way to be a real 1-2 punch, if Philly make a move, you already know the backcourt they got. Boston is going to be back healthy with Tatum and Brown now with Vucevic. Detroit, up and coming. Remember, Atlanta still can make a move. They got some great young pieces. The East is going to be lit. I don't know what y'all talking about. Toronto, remember, 1 piece away. Come on, man. Remember, Orlando. You know, I know Orlando is you know. Come on, man. Nah, we got to make a move. We got to make a move. We got to make a move. Nah, man. And look at the schedule we got coming up. These next 3 games, we got the Nuggets, we got Detroit, we got Boston. We got to go at least 2-1. Got to go 2-1. Got to go 2-1. Being a top 6 seed is not acceptable. We was the number 3 seed. See, Mike Kelly. That's the problem. That's the problem with us. We take everybody lightly. Look what happened with us when we didn't respect Indiana last season. We got our ass kicked. I went to every playoff game. We got our fucking ass kicked. See, that's our problem. New Yorkers, Knicks fans, we act like we did something. We act like we ain't got to upgrade nothing. We take everybody for granted. And then when we get in the playoffs, what happens? Nah, man. No. Okay. My fault, K-Dot. Nah, man. We have to make a move. We have to make a move. Forget the Giannis thing. That's sailed. That ship sailed. But we need another ball handler. We need some shit. We need some shit. Yeah. The super producer's here. He could put all this shit up on the screen. Make it make sense. This shit is insane.
What was the last trade I just missed, man?
Chris Paul to the Toronto Raptors.
Who gives a fuck? Who?
They throwing him around like a piñata, boy. They just beating him all over the place. Balls.
Beat down city. Oh, boy, how you feel? You look depressed out here, man. What is this feeling?
Listen, man. I feel good because, you know, we love talking Knicks. We love talking basketball. But I'm just a little nervous. I'm just trying to understand. I think we put our foot in our mouths too early. That comment that came out, that statement, it shouldn't have leaked out.
Right.
Nobody should have been able to say the Knicks said they're not pursuing Giannis because they like the team they have now. No, well, why would you tell your secret? Say that after the trade deadline. Because you know what Boston and Cleveland did? Oh, word? Oh, so y'all not going to go for it. Okay, cool. That's what Boston and Cleveland did. I had some time to really sit and think about it. Cleveland now has a player that's going to play in the playoffs. That's healthy. That he's that 1 or 2 games he can get that they was missing out of Darius Garland. And he's going to have Mobley and Jared Allen looking like something. Because you know he's a lob threat. He knows how to get that. You get what I'm saying? So insane, bro.
My thoughts with this Giannis thing, though, too. I mean, I heard you read the quote off. By the way, let's catch the people up who are just tuning in. The latest trade, which is absolutely meaningless. As of right now, people always trace things back and do their own detective work 3 years later and go, yo, but this led to this, and then they created pyramids off the shit, but who knows? The Los Angeles Clippers, Brooklyn Nets, and Toronto Raptors have agreed on a multi-team trade sending Chris Paul to the Raptors and Ochai Agbaji and a 2032 Raptors second rounder and cash to the Nets. Who absolutely gives a you-know-what about that? Ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing with this trade season? They are using us for, you talk about clickbait. Anthony Davis to the Wizards. Let's hold on a second, AllBall. We got to revisit this. What in the, before we even get to Giannis, because I got something for Giannis with his punk ass. Anthony Davis traded to the Washington Wizards? What is that about? I heard your conspiracy. Well, I heard what your opinion is now. Wait a second now. Anthony Davis traded to the Washington Wizards from the Dallas Mavericks. So it goes Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy. I don't even know who the hell he is. D'Angelo Russell, Dante Exum for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malaki Branham, Marvin Bagley III, 2 first-round picks, and 3 second-rounders. They got 2 first-round picks out of this? Wait a goddamn second. That was sneaky, AllBall. The Dallas Mavericks got 2 first-round picks. Are those any of our draft picks that they owe us? Look at the what's wrong with these guys? So basically, Luka for 3 mid-first and some other stuff. I don't know which first-round draft picks these are, but are the Mavericks in position to trade these picks? Everyone's loading up these draft picks. I love, don't let me forget, that Hornets pickup, Kobe White. AllBall, these boys are coming out to play. They're going to have some fun over there in Charlotte. I don't remember there ever being a team like this fun in Charlotte in my life. Respectfully. I love B. Diddy, Monster Mash, but Monster Mash broke his ribs or some shit in the playoffs. I don't maybe when Chris Paul first got there, but he didn't play for Charlotte. That was the Hornets when they moved already.
Yeah. That was New Orleans.
When the hell were the Charlotte Hornets ever? Alonzo Mourning and LJ had a spark.
Yeah,
the spark.
Grandmama. Hold on, just real quick. Shams, Grizzlies entertaining trade offers for Ja Morant.
Hold on. Let's stay on for 2 seconds. The Memphis Grizzlies. Let's be clear about this. The Memphis Grizzlies have absolutely told Ja Morant, yo, dog.
Bye.
And you can't go where you want to go. We're not working with you like we did James Harden. Right here, AllBall. Crystal clear. This NBA Central, not Centel. So we ain't getting Centelled on these internet. The Memphis Grizzlies will not work with John Morant to send him to his preferred destination. They will send him to the team with the best offer. Look at your face, John.
He brought that on himself, though.
Absolutely. I don't know if you've seen Jamrock's $2 here. Thank you, Jamrock, for your $2. Can't sign any buyout players who made more than $14 million. Yeah, we can make that clarification now. Thank you for that, Jamrock. We made a video about can the Knicks acquire DeMar DeRozan? Apparently, we can't sign anyone in the buyout deal that is over $12.8 million or something like that with a mid-level exception. I would think we have to dump somebody, though. Not sure. I did see that in Google somewhere. But if we can clear up some space to go get DeMar DeRozan, we got to do it, especially in the buyout market. Even though Sacramento has already confirmed they're not going to do that. We're all over the place. John Morant has become the latest cautionary tale in sports, bro. Let's be clear. You fumbled so bad that you, in the era where James Harden can still say, I want to go over there. Let me talk to him first. You can't do that, Ja. You had the palm of your hands. I don't remember. I have to be honest. The only players who are of this magnitude in terms of superstar for John Morant, what I saw in my life has been the Iversons of the world, Steph Curry, someone, all the exciting guards. John Morant was on his way to do that. We see Ant-Man on his way. John Morant already had that in like 2-3 seasons. And you talk about grand opening,
grand closing. Remember,
God damn.
He had the NBA in the palm of his hands. Remember, man, it was so crazy that people were saying he was supposed to be the face of the league. That's how much. Remember, he just explosive offensively. Remember, he had everybody doing the gritty, that little dance. And remember, at this time, SGA and them was ascending. And just look how many players leaped over him, from Brunson to Cade, right? You got SGA, a champion now. Ant-Man, right? Like, it's to the point where he's getting lost in the sauce. And you risk getting the super max. Remember, Memphis was going to have no choice but to pay you and keep you because you was going to be their only superstar. You was the attraction. You probably could have got a $300 million contract if you played it right. Now it's like, if it was up to them, they'd send him to Djibouti.
Right.
Real talk. Send him to Sacramento somewhere. Just let him run them up. It's bad.
Fred Katz just said something important, I guess. Something suggested to me by a front office person. One reason why we might be seeing lots of Tuesday, Wednesday trades this year is because 3 guys having issues with their physicals at the trade deadline last year freaked everyone out, especially the Mark Williams deal, which the Lakers couldn't amend. Get it done early, and you can renegotiate the trade if there's an issue with the physical. So we see a lot of action going on today. That was impacted by last year's trade. Mark Williams was headed to the Lakers, and the Lakers said, you know what? We don't like this. And they eventually traded Dalton Connect anyway. So we're seeing that come to fruition today. A lot of these guys, a lot of trades going on, man. Anthony Davis going to the Wizards. Mavericks receiving those draft picks. Let's pull up that Giannis quote. That some of my bitch.
Please,
Giannis.
yeah, man.
How dare he, old ball? All these shenanigans. What is he talking about at the end of the day? I see some quotes here that the Bucks have had some underwhelming offers. Obviously, they're just waiting for the offseason because everyone or several teams can make better offers in the offseason, including our Knicks, who we'll get to in a second, because boy, are they awfully quiet. What the hell is going on?
Too quiet. Too quiet. like I said, I think. Remember, man, me and you talking about this now that you up here. We visit. I think us as New Yorkers, we too cocky and we put our foots in our mouths, bro. That statement should have never been made. I don't know how that happened, but it should have never been made. Should have never been made. Simple. It should have never been made. You do not let the oppositions know your moves. You don't let nobody know that we're not pursuing Giannis. No, you let them sit pat and think, yo, they're going to get Giannis, so we might as well not even do nothing because we ain't got a chance. You make those statements after the fact. We jammed ourselves up, bro. We really did.
In so many ways. Because think about it. If we didn't jam ourselves up, how the hell or why the hell is Anthony Davis, or excuse me, Karl Anthony Towns feeling the way that he does? You tell me. Karl Anthony Towns feels like total garbage after hearing he was part of that trade for Giannis. After the Knicks rejected it, after you said, like, yo, you can't announce something like that or let that be leaked. And they knew the ramifications. Who doesn't know, damn, y'all trying to trade me? It's not going to feel good. This guy's sensitive. With a new coach. People on here, shout out to you, Skywalker, for being a hater and showing up and getting my attention. I've been hearing you all day, hearing your name all afternoon long. I love that. But it's again, Leon Rose hasn't been around running a team forever. He's been an agent forever. So these guys, maybe he thought he can manage Karl Anthony Towns' emotions from the agency side, but he never realized or he forgot that you're a president now. You ain't the agent. You ain't in their personal life. You can't go into their house like you used to, call them at 2 a.m, text them after the game, before the game, whatever it is you did before. It is a totally different scenario now. So I don't think he factored that into this. And with Giannis, what did he say now? In my heart of hearts, I want to win with the Bucks. The Greek freak turned into the weak Greek AllBall. Enough is enough with your shenanigans.
The weak Greek. Listen, man, you know, we love the game. And gotta be honest, I've been saying this. This was our opportunity to really make some noise, right? And I'm not getting into we the second seed. Why y'all complaining? We was the third seed last year, got too cocky and lost to Indiana. What is the goal here? Are we here to win championships, or are we here to go on 7-8 game win streaks and brag about that? I'm tired of us bragging about shit that don't mean shit. Like, seriously. Yo, we winning. What are we winning? Are we championship contention? What are we talking about? I don't mind playing the villain, being the bad guy, if it got to talk some sense into you motherfuckers. Oh, I'm not glazing this punk-ass win streak. We got Denver tonight. We got Detroit. We got Boston. Let's see how we look now. Let's start the glazing after these wins. But come on, Fabian. Like, if the chat, if you and Flea is saying we ain't championship contention, why are we hanging our hat on 6-7 game win streaks? Why are we hanging our hat on we the 2 seed? Who gives a fuck? Are we championship contention? I want to win. I want to win. And I'll be the only one up here saying this shit. Like, yo, now we can win. But we have to start being realistic. We have to start getting more production from this bench if guys like Deuce is going to continue to be injured.
Well, I think Karl Anthony Towns has to show more of what he's been showing lately, just at minimum. Because if this is who he is at minimum, right? Then we're starting to change some things. He says he's averaging 16 rebounds a game the last 4 or 5 games. This guy's going bananas in a different kind of way. Obviously, we're used to Karl Anthony Towns being a scoring threat. And we saw the stat yesterday. The Knicks are way better with Brunson shooting less than 20 shots a game. Well, Karl Anthony Towns ain't getting that many shots a game either. It's all about sharing the ball, and we're getting closer to that, the 70s Knicks that we talk about all the time, or we're forced to reference because everybody keeps beating us down about it. You ain't winning in 50 years. But that's the way you win. And maybe that's the way you win in New York when people don't want to come here or are knocking down the doors to come here. The weak Greek. Somebody in the comments called him the weak freak. You guys got to chill out. Don't make me say that again. I like No Strays called him the sneak Greek. What are you sneaking around about? I want to talk about this for a couple of seconds, AllBall, with Giannis.
Let's do it.
We're older than him, so we get it. We know what it means to plan. You project, you think things are going to happen a certain way. You saw what happened with LeBron in Miami, and they made this whole not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. And now he sat there and things didn't go the way they thought it was going to go because you had D Wade and you had Pat Riley, you had a third superstar or star in Chris Bosh, but you had to play the game. And Giannis is overthinking this way too much. He's overthinking this way too much. Bro, you can't write the rest of the story. All you can do is make the next best decision. Do you want New York? Do you want Golden State? You can make your thing that this thing happen right now. You could. The reason why you take this trade deadline to do what you want to do is because you can make more money with the extension. Stop lying to us. Stop lying to yourself. You ain't fooling nobody. It's all out there. Nobody cares anymore, to be honest. We're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. This is making you guys look absolutely soft. And for a guy that everybody's a fan of in terms of they would love their best favorite players, best teams to play with your intensity. But this shit is mad weak, man. Shit is mad weak. I'm mad that you got us in a chokehold like this, but it's getting boring. This is the reason why Nico Harrison and the Lakers did this shit overnight or through a couple of months. Because now it gives the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis, way too much power over the entire league. Because now everybody's stopping their trades, which today it went full-fledged. And I got to be honest, if all these trades are going down, I can't see Giannis being traded until the summertime if he is going to be traded.
Bro, it's the jig is up. Like, you I don't understand. Like, he can't say he wants to win championships, but then you worrying about whatever more money you getting. Like, you're going to get the money. You're one of those guys. So let's just say instead of you getting 300, you're going to get 260. Now, I mean, I'm just like, for me, I'm just mad that we got caught up with the bullshit because it slowed our process up, right? It made turmoil in our locker room. It had guys feeling some type of way. That's why I said, if we don't make the trade and look like idiots and then don't be in the finals, this shit is going to look crazy. So that means all this mess with Karl and people feeling some type of way was all for nothing. All for nothing. Nah, so for me, I just feel like to have us thinking we actually had a chance to get him, when in all reality we had no chance. And then for us to try to save face, or we ain't, we not aggressively pursuing him anyway. Right, because we never had a chance. So why were we making it seem like we did? New York, front office. Come on, man. Y'all know what we need to win. Make a move. Make a move. Make a fucking move. But don't tell me, Deuce is starting to be a little injury prone. Mitch can't play back-to-backs. the Yabu, the Clarks, and that shit ain't working out. Now we expecting Kolek to take us to the motherland. We expected him to be this productive night in and night out in the playoffs when the game is more physical, it slows down. Now you got the best coaches in the world. That's strategic. Basketball IQ out of this world. You don't think they gonna hunt Kolek? Nah, man, I'm tired of us doing that. That's why when I seen that statement, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Why would you say that? And then now I'm saying you jeopardizing if any superstar want to come here. By saying that dumb shit. Oh, so if these niggas win 4 or 5 games, they good. That's what they worry about. You ain't worried about the 4, 5, 6 games in the playoffs to get to the finals. You win 6 games straight in the regular season. Nah, we don't need Giannis. We got some good going here. We won 6 games in a row before All-Star break. Right. And then you have us as Knicks fans hype because we the 2 seed. I want to win a championship, man. I want to win a championship. I'm sorry. And if everybody don't see it, then I must be a maniac, right? If I'm sitting on a porch by myself, Fabian, going, yo, we can win. But then when you see teams making subtle moves, that's just getting them better. And we don't make the move we made didn't get us better. Yabusele and Clarkson didn't make us better. Sorry, it didn't. Especially the bench. So we got to figure out a way to turn that into something productive. Those two with maybe 2 younger players or whatever bullshit picks we got, that needs to turn into someone that's guaranteed 10 to 15 points when they on the floor. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man, but I don't understand how we're this quiet less than 24 hours from the trade deadline. I don't get it.
The official quote from Giannis in that interview, he said, if you ask me, what do I really want? Deep down in my heart, I want to be a Milwaukee Buck until I retire and win a championship here. Oh, boy, who says shit like this? Bro, it's over. What's the point of the interview? What were you looking for with this? For a pity party? This should have been the exit interview. What I wanted was, at the end of the day, at the bottom of my heart, I really did want to win a chip with the Bucks, but it's not gonna. It looked like it was gonna happen. And the best thing moving forward is that I get you guys in a better situation, since me being there with a bunch of bums ain't gonna cut it. What are we talking about? So trade me for a couple pieces that can get this thing restarted for you guys, and maybe you'll find the next Giannis or whoever else it is. But this is disappointing. Would you want? I mean, is this telling of a guy that you made that is supposed to be a Knick? Like, if he's a Knick now, he said all this shit. How would you feel? Would we forget about all this?
I mean, I would. Yeah, I would feel, like, for me, the goal is a championship. So if you win us a championship, who cares? We already know what solves everything. Winning. That fixes everything. Look, it fixed us, right? We was terrible, had the players only meeting. We won 7 straight. Look at us now. We don't need Giannis. We don't need nobody. How about that? We good.
But don't you think it's the way we won too? Like, this is a different. We're winning, holding opponents to below 100. I know it's a lot of low-level teams.
But that has to fact. But we have to factor that in. Like, yeah, we're not Knicks Rehab if we don't factor that in. Because what we base our stuff on, we keep it 100% thorough, right? So out of those 7 games, let's be realistic. Half of that was bad teams. You have to factor that in. Now, if we, like I said, these next 3 games coming up, this is the real battle test, right? So for me, I'm just saying it just hurts that we jumped the gun on Mikal Bridges. We don't have the trap. We don't have the picks. That's what all these teams want. To make a lot of these moves, they want draft picks. And we jumped the gun on regular weed. We pay Zal prices for regular weed. That's the worst feeling in the world. When somebody tell you I got fire, and when you get it and give it to somebody, go, yo, this shit trash. And then now you looking for him to get your money back and you can't get in contact with him. That's what happened to us with Mikal Bridges. We were sold Zal prices for regular. And then now, you know, it's tough. That's why this is gonna go down as one of the worst trades ever. Because this is gonna potentially be one of the trades where we couldn't get Giannis Antetokounmpo. You see what's out there, Fabian. Milwaukee's gonna get fleeced if he gets traded. Yeah, you're gonna get the draft picks, but the players you're gonna get back. Do you see the Golden State Warriors? Draymond Green, Kuminga, and Moody? Come on, bro. Are you kidding me? That package? I don't give a fuck how many draft picks. That package for Giannis? And we could give up Cat, maybe Deuce and Mikal Bridges? It's not even close what's a better deal. But we don't have the fucking picks.
Maybe the young players that they want. Hey, I got Gilbert Arenas here. He responded to the Anthony Davis trade. See what he got to say.
It's a great trade for what they're trying to do. They have two bona fide Hall of Famers. They got young big man who looks like he was the best pick out of the 1 and 2. So it looked out of the 1 and 2. So that's him and Shaji over there. Okay. So, you know, they were trying to figure out who was going to be 1 and 2. Obviously, he should have been the number 1 pick. But so, you know, Wizards got the real number 1 pick from the production so far. He plays the 5 and Davis played the 4. They both can play inside, outside. They both play a little defense, right? So defensively, going to be great. Now, pick and roll with Trae Young is going to be off the chain. And then whatever they pick in the draft, most likely you're going to have, 7, 8, 9, 10. If Elijah comes out, probably him at the 2.
Elijah Arenas. I like that. I like that.
I'm just saying.
That is the internet chatter right now.
I like that.
Well, we saw Elijah career high 29 points against Indiana.
I like that. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm a fan of AD there.
Can you rewind it a little bit and see what Rashad McCants was doing when he was saying, you got to love Rashad McCants.
I didn't even see Rashad McCants.
He got on the all white.
It's a great for what they're trying to do.
Elijah career high.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
He's going through his book of bullshit. That's what his thing is now.
Bro, Bro, Gilbert Arenas, stop, bro.
Hold on. But I'll let you. I'm gonna throw the alley to you. The Wizards are in the same position the Mavericks just were in. You got a high draft pick. Yeah, he's playing well, Alex Saw, but you in the same position. What about this team? You got Trae Young with Anthony Davis. Okay. Another guard who can't play defense.
See, what I said earlier was if they're healthy. Like Gilbert Arenas, how do you not say that?
Right.
We all make fun of Anthony Davis not being able to stay on the floor. So that's why with him, you have to say, if he's fully healthy, he's playing 70+ games, and he's at, 90, 95%, then yeah, of course. But you can't do all that and make all those noises and get fouls as if you dropped the mic. Because it's very possible that AD won't even be playing half the season. That's possible. So I get what he's doing. Remember, he played for the Wizards, probably got some ties with them. He let them know, get my son. He'll be there for you. But like I said, for me with them, they have to be fully healthy. Are they young? Would they be exciting to watch? Yeah. But like I said, with AD, everybody roast me when I wanted him. But what everybody told me, AllBall, he ain't healthy. Can't stay on the floor. So that's why with AD, anything I say with him, you have to say fully healthy. Fully healthy. But, it's just the notion that the Wizards is trying something. That's what I love. Right? At least they're trying. Listen, Teams is trying, man. Mo, what up, Mo? Big Mo is in the building. I think I seen Tori B too. So big shout out to both of those beautiful ladies. Tori B, Mo is in the building. The AllBall TV ladies are in the building. But yeah, Fabian, listen, Gilbert Arenas, listen, man, he think he's slick. But anything with AD, you have to stay fully healthy. If you don't stay fully healthy, I can't take you serious at all when it comes to him.
Like, where do you project them to go? I mean, Atlanta got rid of him, and they have a young group of studs over there in Atlanta and with the Hawks.
Looking like Atlanta all over again.
Right. I just don't see where this is going, especially in the short term. A bunch of young guys again. It's the Wizards. Nobody trusts them. Nobody has ever trusted them. And like you said, it's all contingent upon if Anthony Davis's health, which you don't want. You don't want to deal with that. We feel that way about Mitchell Robinson, and he's really what, a fourth or fifth best player. Obviously, if Mitchell Robinson's fully healthy, you know how I feel. He's a defensive player of the year candidate year in, year out, but he's not that. Anthony Davis, fully healthy, is a defensive player of the year candidate year in, year out if he's healthy. But he's not that.
That's the key word, if he's healthy.
It's obviously a good counter for the Knicks. I don't know if we play them again this season, but the Wizards.
I mean, it don't matter. AD and Trae Young ain't playing. Remember,
right.
They making it clear they're tanking. They're trying to get that top 10, one of them picks. Remember, they already made it clear. What's the purpose of playing Trae Young? Sit out. They got AD, but at least Washington is getting it, right? And to me, that's what I said this last season. That's what Philly should have did. That's what Dallas should have did. When Dallas traded for AD, he was injured. You should have just sat him. You got this. It's the bigger picture. I'm not putting this product on the floor until everybody's fully healthy. Same thing they doing with Embiid in Philly. They're not allowing Embiid to get healthy. So I respect what Washington is doing. You know what? We're going to give it a shot. We got Trae Young. We got AD. You niggas sit down and get healthy. We're going to come back next season. Because what's the purpose? So sometimes you got to give a team kudos. Like I said, I don't love what Cleveland did, but you got to give a team kudos. Hey, man, this shit ain't working. We got to do something, right? So even with our Knicks, that's why I said we get on this high horse because we won 6-7 games straight. But we was just all going berserk on everybody 2 weeks ago. Remember, we cursed out Mike Brown. We was mad at Brunson. Everybody said, get Cat out of here. You said, I don't want OG no more. We already know how we all feel about Mikal Bridges. You know, Fleet, how he feels about Mitchell Robinson. We beat 3-4 bad teams, 1 or 2, 3 decent teams. And now we back on our high horse. So, like I said, I respect what Washington did as far as like, okay, we got to try something, at least to be competitive next season, to put a half-decent product out on the floor. But, you know, for me, you got to let these guys heal up. That's why I think Dallas, they jammed themselves up. As soon as you trade for AD, look, that pressure from the city. Nah, you're supposed to stand tall. This is for the future. We're going to put this product on the floor fully healthy and see what happens. Y'all didn't even get Kyrie and AD together on the floor yet. With Gafford and Lively. Think about that, bro. These teams, these organizations, they jump in the gun. Y'all gotta let these guys get healthy. Sometimes, yeah, we can laugh and joke at the players all day. But these front offices have got this pressure from the fan base, and they forcing these guys to go out there while they not healthy. So, we can't keep blaming AD. I hope the Wizards just let him sit out. Just listen. Don't pay that noise no attention. Get your draft pick and see what happens. But, these organizations is crazy, dog. Let niggas get healthy. That's why when I said if I trade for AD, what I said, Fabian, sit down. We need you in the playoffs, dog. We'll put you in the court a week or two before the playoffs to get some repetitions in. But we need you for the playoffs. So some of these moves, that's why what Toronto did, that's the blueprint. What they told Kawhi, you get whatever you want. You want to sit down? No problem. We need you for the playoffs. That nigga was the Terminator in the playoffs. Come on. So
shut Giannis down.
Yeah, bro. Why? Yeah. Y'all hold Brunson, y'all hold it down. Long as you in the playoffs. We seen what Indiana did last season. What they was a 5th, 6th, 7th seed?
No. Were they?
I'm asking them. We was the 3rd seed.
Yeah, Celtics, Cavaliers. Oh, they might have been. Yeah, hell yeah. Wow. They they turned it up in the second half of the season, them and the Pistons.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So just imagine, all the teams that are successful is the teams that's fully healthy in the playoffs. So,
maybe I stand corrected because Dallas got a couple more first-round draft picks with this, but it's still just a similar. They're working their way out of garbage. That's what these guys, these organizations are doing. Yeah, Cooper Flag looks nice, looks amazing. But it's more so killing us as Knicks fans because we feel like the trades and acquisitions really haven't gone well since OG Anunoby. We've been saying that.
Right.
We're finally coming to that conclusion. And, we're playing, we made the Eastern Conference Finals, but again, we won, 7 in a row? And everybody doesn't understand, like, why y'all Knicks Rehab so negative? It's like, it's not that we're negative. We know what Invincible felt like. Like, I know what I felt 2 seasons ago in January. I just know it's just a deep team. And they're playing well. We never seen Randall play like that. But Brunson, we don't necessarily. Now, there is some semblance of that right now with the way they're playing now. But what do we have to go off of based on? What are we going to base this future off of this season for the rest of this year?
See,
going into the playoffs, who's going to be the number 2 go-to option, which is why we flirted with the DeMar DeRozan thing. He's a go-to guy in crunch time. Get him to that crunch time. So now we got 2 guys we'll go to, and there is no just give it to Brunson. You got a guy who's 6'6". There is no blitzing him, putting him in a corner, none of that shit. So we just see these teams making these moves, and we want to know what the hell are we doing next, man. Also, to finish up the Washington Wizards point, we're supposed to get their draft pick, number 1, first-round draft pick, if they finish outside of the top 8, bottom 8 spots. So if they fall to number 9, we get the number 1 draft, their first-round draft pick. And then, of course, that becomes tradable. But it's like now I'm saying to myself, all right, even if we get the draft pick, what kind of trade are we making? Is it for Giannis? We have every reason to ask these questions. I'm just being curious. We dubbed them La Cosa Rosa. We dubbed them that. We believed in them. But what are we going to do if we get that first-round draft pick from the Wizards? And if it's not a first-round draft pick, if the Wizards finish the top 8 in the top 8, if I'm not mistaken, the Knicks get 2 second-round draft picks. All right, cool.
Hold on, real quick before you finish your point. At JJ47K, please highlight what he just said. And that's why I wanted Cat here 2, 3 right. Please. I love that right there.
Cat, McHale, and OG was supposed to space the floor and make it so that Brunson couldn't be doubled.
Bro, teams are able to blitz Brunson all day, every day, because we got guys on the floor that's not respected that much. Now OG is stepping it up offensively. That's why a Giannis or the role like think about a player like Giannis. He brings more than, remember, for one, he's the man in the double-triple team. For 2, he's getting to the free throw line. I mean, it's just, and I don't understand when people say gut the team. I don't, if that trade happens with Portland, we're getting 2 players back. So if we're getting rid of Bridges, Dukes, and Cat, and we're getting Giannis with a Drew Holiday or Grant, I don't understand how people say we're gutting the team. Because we would still have Cat, OG, Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, Cole. You get what I'm saying? So I just don't understand how we just continue to just make excuses to not make the right move. But and the only reason I'm saying that is, and I'm not here to, nobody's wrong. Let me just say that. Nobody's wrong. It's all our opinions. But all this time we be up here on KNICKS Rehab, I very rarely see anybody in the chat saying we're winning a championship this season. At times I'm up here by myself saying that. It's very rare people are in the chat talking championship. They're talking 6-7 game win streaks. We're talking everything else. But nobody's up here talking championship.
Also, Shams Charania. A little while ago, this was the trade from the 76ers and OKC Thunder. The 76ers traded second-year guard Jared McCain to the Oklahoma City Thunder for a 2026 Rockets first-round pick and 3 second-round picks. Shams continued by saying the talented McCain lands on the reigning NBA champions. For the 76ers, the trade allows them to receive assets and clear space in the glut of guards and give them flexibility to bring Quentin Grimes back in free agency. It also allows them to convert two-way Dominic Barlow. Jared McCain is a talented kid, man. Obviously, I don't think he's looked anywhere near what I saw his rookie year, but you know that Philly scares me to death when it comes to making a trade. Daryl Morey got the Rockets' first-round draft pick, which what year is that? Did they say the year? Oh, 2026. Oh, no, that's a dud. But it's still a first-round draft pick. Can they use that to throw in, try to get Giannis? I've been saying this. They want to re-sign Quentin Grimes, but what's stopping them from trading? You saw what just happened with Anthony Davis to the Wizards. What's stopping them from saying, hey, look, Bucks, take Embiid, Paul George, any combination of whatever it is to put this on your books. It's gonna last less than the Giannis deal. And you know you're already rebuilding. We got a first-round draft pick for you. It seems to be the blueprint that OKC started. And speaking of which, Jared McCain going to OKC, that's a big move for them. If he's anywhere near, if his injury isn't really slowing him down like that, we know what it is. We hear the players talk about all the time how, damn, if I went to this team, it would have been different. If I went to that team, it would have been different. Right. McCain, for all his, social media histrionics, the kid, man, he comes to play ball. Why not play ball when you're not even expected to be great? Now there's no pressure. There's no pressure for McCain to do anything. And he's going to be playing out of third and fourth quarters. Open season. Season. They're going to be blowing everybody up by 30 or a bunch of teams by 30. And to get to go out there, practice against SGA, Caruso, Dort. That's who he's practicing against. More dogs, because them guys, VJ and Maxey, are dogs, but now you have a championship organization. Sam Presti, a championship general manager. They drafted Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden. Now they finally came into, the realization. They realized their talent last season. Wasn't expecting that really until the playoffs started. Then we saw, oh, these guys are for real. Yeah, and now you just added another first round draft pick talent. Because it's one thing to be a first round draft pick. It's another thing to show that I have first round draft pick skills in the NBA. They got another one of them guys, Chet, SGA, Jalen Williams, and now Jared McCain. If I'm forgetting anybody, chat, please let me know.
But also, he's another ball handler, and his offense is tough. So now, what Lou Dort and Caruso kind of lacks in offensively, they got a guy that makes up for that. Because, Caruso and Dort is there for that defense, right? And to knock open the wide open three. But now they have a guy you can put the ball in his hands. Now, SGA, remember, he can kind of cruise a little bit. You see they sitting him down now throughout between now and the All-Star break. Listen, because they know they got to gear up They see the moves being made, right? And so now, that to me, that's just a move to solidify. Listen, we trying to go back to back. So I think that move by OKC, another sneaky good move. But that's what happens when you got good GMs. When you got teams and organizations that's in front offices that's saying, we want to win. We got a taste of that shit and we don't want to lose. We want to win. And our Knicks, we get a taste of 6-7 games on the conference finals and we think that's it. Nah, man. Nah, like I told y'all, love the chat. None of y'all up here be talking championship like me. Sorry. I was talking it when we was losing. So, come on, man. Like I said, Boston, sneaky good move. Cleveland, sneaky good move. Like, you know, if AD can stay healthy, and then now you have teams like Toronto, Orlando, still that one piece away, right? To where they compete with us. Nah, man, we supposed to be the clear-cut favorite. Sorry. It don't feel like we the clear-cut favorite. When the season, before the season, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, oh no, I thought you stopped. Go ahead, finish up.
No, I was just saying real quick before the season started, we was clear cut. Everybody in their mama. No Tatum, no Halliburton. Philly is a mess. You don't believe in Cleveland. Oh, Knicks is finals. Now look, we don't even talk finals up here. Come on, man. So I need y'all to give me the confidence that y'all have. Y'all really think this 6-7 games is telling us we championship contention? Let's see.
And all these young guns available, and we have nothing to trade for them with.
No athleticism, no ball handler, no legit shooter. Come on, man. Like,
I want to give a special shout out to Maurice Tate. He threw us a couple of dollars on the Cash App. You see down there the Cash App. What is it? Cash App, the $ AllBall TV 3. Totally appreciate you just reaching out and doing that because you ain't had to do that, man. Threw us a couple of dollars.
You may have to read a couple. I seen Tory B with one. I seen a couple.
All right, now this is the Cash App though. He went to the Cash App and sent us.
Oh, wow.
Cash App, we get more bread. Remember, YouTube be robbing us. Yeah, I'm saying it, YouTube. Do better. But Maurice Tate, appreciate that. He went to that means you got to go on the phone, actually type all that stuff in there, man. Appreciate that. Or hit the link in the description. You know, we on a road to go on full time. We ain't playing with y'all. Oh boy, he came straight home. Went live. And he's disgusted and depressed. Maybe to y'all's as usual. But today, this trade deadline got us on fire. 3 times. Thank you for your $5. 3 times. Thank you for your $10. I think we can still win it all off our continuity. That Cloud Frazier boys. East is wide open like 2007. Too much change going on right now. I don't see these new teams gelling in time for the playoffs. Well, Cleveland has to gel with new faces, and they're probably gonna make more trades. So I agree with you there. But you know, Boston, there's no gelling. They know what the hell they're doing. They won a chip. They got the championship fiber in their DNA.
Maybe Lonzo Ball traded to the Utah Jazz.
What is Danny Ainge doing, man? What is the Jazz?
I mean, listen, they just got Triple J.
The rookie.
I mean, they got the rookie Bailey in them. Like I said, you know, they win some games. They still got what's your man that gets no smoke? He don't win games, playoffs, or nothing. Marketing, and he getting hella money. Right? But I mean, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I caught a couple Utah games. They're exciting to watch.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Hold on, the kid, Keontae George. Nice.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So it looked like, you know, they trying to build something. But Lonzo Ball to the Utah Jazz.
I thought he was getting traded to the Hornets and see if they could do LaMelo a favor. they're doing really well over there for a young team. Obviously, they're in the same position a lot of teams were a couple years back. They're building, but remember we used to seeing the Hornets being trashed, the Wizards being trashed. So the Utah
Right.
Jazz, when was the last time they were really relevant? Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, they haven't recovered since then. We got a lot of talent over there. That's a lot of talent. That's a
Yeah.
lot of talent. And so Danny Ainge is just stacking a lot of talent so he can try to make you overpay. He thinks he's slick, man.
Yeah, of course, but if they get a good coach that know how to piece that together, you got to remember the West is tough. You know how the West is. Certain teams is always going to get the great players. So let's think about it. Utah Jazz when they had Stockton Malone, even when DeRon Williams was there, and then even when Donovan Mitchell was there, so they had some success, right, where they was relevant, making playoffs and things of that nature. So I just think what they're trying to put together, I think the same thing is happening with Charlotte. You just got to get the right coach over there because I think Charlotte and Utah, both of those teams, they got some young, good talent. They're exciting to watch. You just got to get somebody to put it together.
Yo, what's up, BK? Thank you for your $2. The villain, afraid to demand a trade? Some villain. Yeah, man. Giannis, you said you don't mind being the villain, bro.
And real
Clearly
quick,
you do.
I seen what Mo said, right? Big shout out, Mo. That's why I love y'all chat. They be on our top. They don't listen. But let me just say this. I know I sound soft today, right? Because my feelings is hurt. Yeah, we wanted Giannis. No. But she said we owe an apology because, at first it was, we want Giannis. So you got to bring her comment. I can't verbatim. But my thing is, Mo, he's acting like he don't want us. So why are we gonna sit up here and go crazy? We was like our brother Flea say, look at our chops. We gonna get Giannis. He ain't did nothing to say he want us. So yeah, my feelings is hurt a little bit. You look.
Mo said, just last week, y'all was, I don't give a fuck. Go get Giannis. Now y'all completely over him and he ain't even here. I'm screaming. Y'all owe me an apology.
Mo, I'm sorry. When it comes to the ladies, I got a soft spot for y'all. So, okay, Mo, you was right. I'm sorry. But Giannis did us dirty.
Mo, I'm a little more cold-blooded than AllBall. You ain't getting an apology from me until the trade, until the offseason when we don't get Giannis. And I'm not over it. What I'm saying is Giannis better step it up. Are you a villain? Are you Bane? Are you a bad guy? Mo, you got more heart than Giannis. He's sugarfooting. That's all I'm saying. Mo knows I'm stubborn. Oh, Tory B ain't playing any games. Thank you for your $9.99. Nobody's on a high horse. I'm just not for gutting the team for a 33-year-old oft-injured player. We can use a few tweaks, but we don't need a rebuild. Mike's still in a hot seat. OG, let Leon work.
Listen. I remember I said it earlier. I said the Giannis ship has sailed. We all for that, cool. But like she said, less than 24 hours. Leon Rose, get to work. Make a move. It ain't got to be Giannis, but make a move. Make a move where we going, okay, yeah. And not no Alvarado. That ain't that. See how we said when we said Boston got Vucevic? Oh, shit. Know what I'm saying? We need one of those. Where's that at? Yeah, come on, man. Get to work.
Vucevic is not a great defender, we know, but it just seems to fit the white Boston ways. It just does. But
bro, look what you got.
I don't stay scared, but we don't feel like there's the other dog like with DeRozan. I don't feel like we have the other go-to. That's what I think AllBall's saying by these guys, if they're regular weed, because if it's crunch time, who am I absolutely confident in putting the ball in their hands? Nobody besides Brunson.
Yeah, we got one guy. Like, we know OG looking good right now offensively, but we all know we talking about playoff games down the stretch, whether we down or we up and we need a bucket. Y'all know damn well you're not putting the ball in OG Bridges' cat hand. Y'all know that. Especially if they at the top of the key trying to make their own move.
Top of the key. How about this? As you talking, I'm thinking, what if there's 10 seconds left, no timeouts, and we got an inbound at 94 feet?
Good
and they
point.
blitz Brunson. He can't get the ball. Who do you feel confident in bringing that ball up?
Nobody. And I'm not gonna lie, Brunson be a little suspect with that shit too sometimes.
He can't even really create space crazy in the backcourt to get. How many times have we messed up inbounds plays 94 feet when they start full court pressing?
How many times
How the hell we can't defeat a full court press?
How many times Brunson runs into the double team?
Right.
On the sideline to get trapped.
We know it's a zone sideline or a zone play. They zone up, what is it, 2-1-2, whatever it is. They throw a zone matchup defensively on an inbounds play, and it throws us off. It throws us off. We need another guy out there who can handle the ball. Kyle Anderson, if I'm not mistaken, got cut by someone traded today or yesterday. Wasn't a rumor.
My man Slow-Mo.
Slow-Mo's a decent pickup, but obviously you can't rely on him, and that's what we mean. Like, some people could do it.
So
Brunson could bring the ball up court, but who
what?
can do it? Who do you have absolute confidence in?
This is my last point, and I'm getting out of there because we got to do KNICKS Rehab tonight. Big game against Denver. Mo and Tory B. You know what? Mo and Tory B, y'all are 100% correct. We up here talking soft, acting soft, looking soft. So I want all my Knicks fans, give me a Josh Hart up or Josh Hart down. Are we winning a championship this season? Fuck it. Let's go. Y'all right. We rolling till the wheels fall off. Hart up, Josh Hart down. Tory B and Mo, y'all correct. We looking soft, we talking soft, we acting soft. Before we get out of here, are we winning a championship this season? The team we have right now, as constructed, are we winning? Fuck it. Let's go all out. Jump out on a limb. Because I've been by myself with this. I've been saying championship contention. Where y'all at? In the chat like that. Are the Knicks winning a championship? Let's go.
Why they put the thumbs down? Why are you pointing down?
No, because it's yes or no. We call that Josh Hart's.
Right, but they're pointing down. Those thumbs down.
Right. That means no.
But where did he get? Somebody pointed. Stealth. 10 thumbs down. Jesus Christ. Darlene Bryant.
Darlene Bryant said no.
Okay, Nat. She put the. I love my Knicks, but Tendrell. Tendrell is crazy.
Damn. Tory B, I'm with you, Tory B. We ride until we die. That's right.
Tendrell says we are. Tendrell says we are fucked.
So, Fabian, we don't sound crazy as they think we do. Look. The people, we let the people speak up here. We get some Josh Harts now. Up, remember, it's not thumbs up. It's called Josh Hart's up, Josh Hart's down. Look, Fabian, listen, they pulling through. They pulling through. They believe it. Look, remember Apollo Creed and Rocky? Look, they coming back. They believe it.
They got the Mayweather shoulder roll.
Yeah, listen. Some people were saying we got a chance.
Stealth, you thought you thought we wouldn't a chip? I said that. You ain't gotta apologize to me, brother or sister. If you feel that way, you correct. The 77, thank you for your 199. We win with this roster with Spo as the coach. How you feel?
Tell them niggas, look at Tory B. Tory B be starting some shit. Tell them niggas, Tory B. Yeah. Yeah. Scary ass Knicks fans. That's right. Tory B gonna get us hurt. Right. That's right.
Look at this
Yeah.
jump.
No, but hold on. I see a lot. Listen, I see a lot of ups. Listen, they coming through. Fabian, tonight against Denver.
The Nuggets. Wait a minute. This is why Karl Anthony Towns got his name from 2 seasons ago. Will he shut down the big payaso?
Listen, you got duo against duo. Joke and Jamal Murray now an all-star against our 2 all-stars, Cat and Brunson. Who's gonna get the better of who? Who's gonna get the W? Listen, this is a very important game. I know we keep saying that, but now this is where the league will be on notice. 8 straight against Denver, in Denver. I can't wait. I'm about to take my old head nap. It's going down because we're going live during the game.
You heard the man. Knicks Rehab, play-by-play. 7 o'clock start, if I'm not mistaken, AllBall. Let me get that right, because I took a nap yesterday. I thought I was going to miss the game.
5 o'clock. Yeah. It's time for me to lay down for a bit.
Who's this guy? Skywalker. I will reveal to you at the end of tonight's game whether or not we will beat the Pistons, my brother. Whether we will go more or less in the points column versus the Pistons. You know what that means.
Hold on. The game is in the Garden tonight?
Yeah.
Oh shit. My apologies. Damn, that's good. Okay.
I made the same mistake yesterday. 7 p.m. is the start. 7 p.m. is the start. What is the Nuggets schedule looking like? Hold on. Did they travel?
They just played, I think. Didn't they just lose last night to the Pistons?
They're traveling from Detroit. So they came from in a couple of days span, Sunday through today. In 3 days, they traveled from Denver to Detroit, and now they're here in New York. So they've done a lot of traveling, and they got to start early. We got to jump on them early and get rid of them all.
All right, so Fabian, before we get out of here, because listen, y'all, everybody in the chat, pull up. 7 o'clock tonight, we live for Knicks versus Denver. Is there any reports on Josh Hart? And as far as you remember, he sprained his ankle. Is he playing tonight?
I doubt it. Josh Hart in the Twitter's verse. Chat, what did you guys hear? I'm going to Google Knicks injury report. Here we go. Knicks injury report for February 4th. Mo Diawara is questionable for Wednesday's game against the Nuggets. Josh Hart is questionable day-to-day against the Nuggets. Deuce McBride is out, of course, with his ankle. Kevin McCullough is out. I didn't even know you were out, brother. No disrespect.
Yeah, Josh Hart. We're going to see. We'll see.
How about the Nuggets? The Nuggets injury report. They have Christian Braun day-to-day. Cam Johnson is out. Aaron Gordon, he's out. Tamar Bates is out. Aaron Gordon obviously is a key there. Big-time catalyst for the Denver Nuggets. Fabian, if y'all lose, would you wear Detroit gear? I will buy a Knicks shirt and wear it till we play y'all again. Would I wear Detroit gear?
Only if we lose to them in the playoffs. I ain't betting that for no regular season game. Playoff series.
I mean, I'm gonna take him on his bet. Skywalker's been in here taking on all opponents, all challenges in the chat, AllBall.
I hear you.
I'm gonna have to answer the bell again. Skywalker, stop trying to make me answer the question before the day is over. I told you tonight's game, I will reveal who's winning Friday. Knicks versus the Pistons, but we have to get past the Nuggets first. We have to see how we look like against these damn Nuggets, former champions. former MVP leading the way, Jamal Murray, apparently doesn't care about playing the All-Star game anymore because everybody's a biatch about it. And he vocalized it. Shout out to you. But no shout out to you for tonight, Jamal Murray. I hope we clothesline you to hell. All ball.
Tonight.
See you at 7. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.